Welcome, everyone. This is Joe Dager, the host of the Business 901 podcast. With me today is Mark Hunter. Mark is a thought leader, and I might add, a great speaker in the field of sales. He is also the author of two amazing books, High Profit Selling and his new book, High Profit Prospecting. Consistency, continuity has got to be a part of not only a company's repertoire, it's got to be part of a salesperson's repertoire, right?
Yeah. Don't start what you can't finish. And see, this is where a lot of people, a lot of salespeople. In fact, it's funny. I was with this company yesterday in Chicago, and they said, yeah, we have a lot of salespeople. What happens is they get into trouble, so they start prospecting, and then they get a little bit of business and they stop prospecting. And then a few months later, they're out of customers and they got to start prospecting. And I said, yeah, because they're not consistent. You see, I would much rather have the salesperson that is just consistent. And consistent prospecting is going to vary by company, by industry. For some companies, you are dedicated to prospecting. You have dedicated prospectors. In other companies, no, it's if I just do 30 minutes a day, or if I just do 2 hours a week or 4 hours a week, again, you got to select that model. But here's what I found. Don't let anybody convince you, well, we have this outside company that develops all of our leads, so we don't have to prospect. Oh, big mistake. Or we have a dedicated team. That's all they do is prospect. I think everybody in the organization, from the VP of sales, whoever it is, on down, needs to be doing this is creating that prospecting culture. What I've found is when I'm prospecting, in fact, it's very funny, but this afternoon, I'm going to be with a company. I'm going to be sitting on their outbound sales floor, literally making cold calls. And I told the senior management of the company, I said, I'm going to do it because I want to show you how it works. Now, let's put some parameters around cold. No, these aren't cold calls. We've gone through their database. We've isolated. We know the industry. It's not a true cold call. It's a warm call. But I want to show these salespeople how somebody without really I don't really know their business, but I'm going to spend 3 hours on the telephone, engaging. And I told him, I said, you know what? I'm going to be back again in a couple of weeks. And I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. And it's funny, but I got a note this morning from the sales manager of the sales floor. He said, everybody in the organization is excited to have you come because they want to see, how does this guy do it? It's not a mystery. I think prospecting is, can I say it? Fun? Whoa, what did I say? Yeah, it is fun. It is fun. Because you know what I'm doing? Here's the thing. I'm not selling. My objective in prospecting is to help you see and achieve what you didn't think was possible. Think about that. I'm not selling. This company I'm going over, they sell a product. It's a B2B product. It really can help companies be better in this particular, thing that they do. My whole objective is I got to call people up and engage them in a conversation. Now, I'm not going to try to sell them on the first call. No. I mean, I'd love to, but my whole goal is to validate them. See, if I can validate them as a prospect, then I'll be able to come back, and we'll have to figure out when I get over there. Am I going to close that sale then, or is somebody else going to close that sale? But the whole idea is that it's helping people see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. And oh, by the way, to do that, it's not scripts. It's not using a script. It's letting your personality come through. What are we doing here today? We're having a conversation. And you're seeing my personality and I'm seeing your personality. That's really sales. Sales is fun. I get excited about being able to do what I do. And if you're not having fun, then why are you doing it? Okay, I'll get off that soapbox. I'm sorry. I'll get off that soapbox.
Oh no, I think that's great because I think you bring some real valid points because that's very typically when when you think about that, getting, rather than getting someone into some funnel where they get 3 or 4 emails, what would happen if they got a couple voicemails mixed with emails and they have the consistent pattern and you are offering value when you call?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Let me jump on that value for a piece. And it isn't about saying how wonderful I am. Oh, we do that. Oh, shut up. Or I hate that. Every message I send a person is different. Everyone is different. Whoa, that's right. That's right. And what I want to do is I want to help people. For instance, I've got right here next to me a couple names of a couple Fortune 50 companies that I prospect. Even though I wrote the book High Profit Prospecting, and it's bringing me in all kinds of business, I still drink the Kool-Aid. I prospect. And these 2 Fortune 50 companies that I'm reaching out to, and I'm reaching out to very senior level people in both those companies. I'm not going to say, hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the sales hunter, and I can help your people prospect. No. What I've got is I've got some information regarding their industry. Their industry is going through some real flux. I'm going to contact both of these people today. I'm going to say, hey, I just saw some new information regarding a major significant change in the industry and wanted to share that with you. Give me a buzz. My number, 402-598-6194. And you know what's interesting is I give them my cell number. Now, I'm not expecting them to call back, but you see what I'm doing is I'm not selling myself, but I'm helping them see information that is going to be relative to their industry. When I send an email, it's the same way. See, you help people with their outcomes. The late Zig Ziglar had a great comment, great quote. He said, the best way to achieve success is to help other people achieve success. Wow. Now, he said it a little bit differently. I think he said, the best way to achieve your goals is to help other people achieve their goals. I've just kind of shifted that around to success. But, if you stop and think about that and see, what am I doing with these senior level people at these 2 Fortune 50 companies? I want to be seen as a peer. I can't go in as a sale. If I tried to contact my way in as a salesperson, yippee skippy, they're going to push me down. They're going to push me down to purchasing at best. But see, if I go in as a peer and develop that level of trust with them. One of them I've already had 3 or 4 contacts with. The other one I've only had 1 contact with. See, they're still way up at the top of my funnel. But I will be doing business with them. I guarantee it. I don't know when, but I will be doing business with them.
Well, and I think you make a good point in a couple there in that previous conversation there is that everybody should prospect. And I've always said that, like the VP of my company wants to talk to the VP level of another company. The purchasing guy, or not as a purchasing, will talk to the sales guy. But people like to talk to the same person across. That's the sign I always think of how deep you go into a company is how successful you'll be with that company.
Oh, you just hit on something, because isn't it amazing how when a VP contacts another VP, they can have a level of discussion that the salesperson can't have. They're gonna have discussions. They're gonna have conversations. One of the challenges that I ask sales managers is I asked them, I said, how many incremental opportunities are you bringing into your organization? Well, I spend my time just coaching salespeople and doing ride-alongs and working on account management. Fine. But how many incremental opportunities? Because you at your position can have relationships that your salespeople can't have. You can ask questions that you can't have. I mean, I look at every member of the organization must be customer facing to one degree or another. That's how you create a sales culture. And then when they're prospect facing, really getting out there and contacting people that they don't know. Wow, that's a prospecting culture. I love that. And if you believe in how you can help companies, why would you not want to make that contact? Why would you not?
I've read High Profit Prospecting. I've listened to it, I think, twice now, okay? The audio is nicely done. I want to make sure I compliment you on that before you get away from me, okay? Great book. It makes a lot of sense and a lot of practical stuff you can put to use. what's the best way for someone to learn more, contact you? Of course, high profit prospecting is on Amazon, but where else do I find it?
Well, yeah, you can. I mean, hey, jump out to thesaleshunter.com. When you got that name, you got to use it. Thesaleshunter.com. You jump out to the website. There's a ton of things out there that you can download, you can use. And hey, of course, you can find me on social media. I'm all over social media. I'm all over LinkedIn. I'm all over Facebook. I'm all over Twitter. And I'm all over YouTube. But engage with me, because I love it when people, in fact, it's funny. Just yesterday, a gentleman, he was reading the book, sent me a question by way of Twitter. I loved it. Send him back a quick note. I said, hey, I'll have more time tomorrow. I'll get you a better response. But I love engaging with people, so don't hesitate. And hey, let me give people my number, because you know what? I talk about the telephone, 402-445-2110. How's that? You got my telephone number. There you go.
I think that's awesome, Mark, and I hope someone burns your line up with it, okay?
I love it.
So, okay, I'd like to thank you very much. This podcast will be available in the Business 901 iTunes Store and the Business 901 blog site. So, thanks to all the listeners out there.
Great selling.